I'm not sure why Alfas have never quite been my thing. Perhaps it's their propensity for front-wheel drive. Or perhaps it's because when a clutch went on a new model launch, the man from Alfa got all shirty and blamed me for it. And I'm certainly not going to be swayed by the fact that someone thinks it's cool. No, if I want a small saloon, I'd plump for the well-built, nice-to-drive BMW 3 Series.
So, to give the 159 a fair crack of the whip, the producers thought I'd have to leave my preconceptions behind. To really appreciate this car, they said I had to get into the Italian way of thinking. After all, the car encourages you to be Italian, with foreign words littered around the cabin. In fact, Italian influences are all over the car's design. Even mundane things are made to look beautiful. Look at the 6 hooded headlamps, the animated odometer. A simple warning that the bonnet is open is a stylish 3D rendering of the car. I was beginning to appreciate the elegant details, but to really open my mind, the producers sent me to the most Italian person they know. Gennaro Contaldo's Passione was recently voted Best Italian Restaurant in London. He's a former mentor to Jamie Oliver and has cooked for Madonna. He's also renowned as a cultural don.
Mr. Contaldo, good morning.
Buongiorno, Gennaro per lei.
Gennaro. OK, Tiff. OK,
Che
OK.
piacere.
All right.
Prego, si sieda, guardi.
Yeah, sit down, yeah, fine. Well, Gennaro, my producers have sent me down here to become more Italian. They feel I can't appreciate the Alfa unless I become more Italian. So, I mean, but it's just an Alfa Romeo.
As soon as you sit inside a car, you will become an Italian. That car è la fine del mondo.
È la fine del mondo.
Which means if there is anything goes better than this car, we don't want to know. It means the end of the world. This is the best.
Yeah, but little things like the handbook should be in the glove box, but it's in the boot. I mean, that annoys me.
Let it be in a boot. So what do you need for the books? You don't need the book.
And then the cigarette lighter, that's out, you can't use the cup holder.
You know, chuck the cigarette light away.
And I mean, the fuel consumption isn't that good.
You run a beautiful car. So what you want to worry about the fuel consumption? Don't worry about it. That car è la fine del mondo.
È la fine del mondo. È la fine del mondo. OK.
I can't wait to get inside that car. I'm already thrilling now.
No, I don't want you to drive it. I do the driving. I'm sorry.
No. That car is for me to drive.
No. You're just here to make me feel more Italian, and already my hands are moving up and down, so you must have succeeded.
No, grazie.
Ciao, Gina, ciao.
Ciao, No, ma dove va via? Quella la macchina. Ma ma Dio mio.
But Gennaro had done the trick, and I started looking at the 159 in a new light.
È la fine del mondo. I'm relaxed. I'm Italian. I don't care about handbooks and cup holders anymore. I'm driving an Alfa Romeo. This is the £28,000, 260 horsepower Q4 model with its four-wheel drive system, which all sounds very impressive if it wasn't for the fact that it's 300 kilograms heavier than a BMW 325, which is just as fast with only 218 horsepower. But even that doesn't faze me. The power delivery of the V6 is creamily smooth. There's a nice ride, there's good body control. I don't even care if the steering and brakes aren't the sharpest.
Unlike Italian cars of old, this one doesn't feel flaky. They've used thicker glass to make it quieter inside, and the build quality feels pretty solid. It's got 5 end cap stars, and there are 7 airbags, including one for your knees.
I'm so nearly converted, and I'd be there if it wasn't for just one thing. Every time I change gear, the Italian dream disappears. Not only is the lever an uncomfortable thing, the change itself is a nasty, notchy affair. Oh, Alfa, what have you done? I'm afraid it's back to the Beamer for me.